Okay, so I hope you have opened your books, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are starting a chapter, a new one, that is packing.
Yes, sir.
Now, before we read and discuss the chapter further, I would like to ask a few questions regarding the same thing.
Yes, sir.
How many of you love visiting? How many of you like to visit new places? Okay, everybody. And for visiting those places, what kind of a preparations are done? How do you prepare things? Different kind of places. What kind of place would you like to visit first? Hill stations. He's sleeping. Wake him up. Yeah. Religious places. Haunted. Beaches. Okay. What about you? Foreign countries like Sri Lanka, Nepal, Bhutan. Then forest. Okay. What about you? Adventurous places. Fine. Weekend trips. No, places I am talking about. I'm not talking about. Okay. Everybody likes visiting. We can explore the world and see. So here we have a story regarding that, and you know very well if you are going to visit some places, so we prepare ourselves mentally and physically both. If it is an adventure trip, so we should have all the tools required for it, and if it is forest or any other kind of place, so we prepare ourselves for that. Now there are three friends who are going on a trip, and before going they are ready to pack. You know, there are some people in society who always disturb you in your work. Getting? Like if you are doing something, for example, just making a notebook or making a drawing or making a model kind of thing, which they have not done before. But what they want to help you out, because it is their nature. It's not that they want to tease you or they want to disturb your work. They want to help you out so that you can praise them later on in the society that he is expert in doing that work. He has done it very well. He has done that kind of work which I could not do. Getting? So here one of the friend of three is like that only, and what he has done, the same kind of behavior he has to provoke himself to boastful. You know boastful thing? Do you know the meaning of boastful or boasting? Who knows the meaning of boasting? B-O-A-S-T-I-N-G. बड़ा चढ़ा के बताना. And this person is boastful about himself. He tells about himself, and such kind of creatures you will find in society also. Are there or not? Okay, who always praise themselves. So let's begin. I said I would pack. He is the only narrator of this story. Okay. I said I would pack. I rather pride myself on my packing. Packing is one of those many things that I feel I know more about than any other person living. Now, the author said that he would pack, and what he thought about himself for packing, that he knew very well than others the packing. I impressed the fact upon George and Harris and told them that they had better leave the whole matter entirely to me. Now, what he said while boasting himself that he knew everything about packing, so he told his friends George and Harris that they should leave the matter of packing entirely on him. Means they did not have to think about anything. I will pack everything. It is me. He had that confidence. They fell into the suggestion with a readiness that had something uncanny about it. Now they were ready to accept this fact that okay, he will pack, and they were ready with that. Though it sounded a little strange to them. George spread himself over the easy chair and Harris cocked his legs on the table. Now George sat on the easy chair completely, he was spread on it, and the other one he was putting his legs onto the table and he was also sitting comfortably. Both were watching him now packing. This was hardly what I intended. What I had meant, of course, was that I should boss the job and that Harris and George should potter about under my directions. Now this thing, like both the friends were lying on chair and sofa and table, this thing the author had not expected. What he said that you should leave the entire matter of packing on me means that I will tell you how to do things, you will do it, and I will boss, I will supervise you. For example, when you are playing on the ground, so there is a coach with you. The way he wants, he makes you play, right? The way he wants, he makes you play. So this thing the author has also thought that the way I want the things to be packed, I will tell them to pack. They will put the things in the bags and I will supervise them. I will just give them the directions. Now something opposite has happened. What? He said, I will look after the matter. That means he has to do everything. He has to bring, he has to put, he has to pack each and everything now. Then I pushing them aside every now and then with, oh you, here let me do it. There you are, simple enough. Really teaching them, as you might say. Now, he was the one, what he was doing, he was putting things and telling them, this is how it is done, this is how it is done, this is how you do it. Isn't it simple? The way he was teaching actually, teaching the packing, how to do packing. This sounds little silly that somebody should know how to pack things. अब आपको मैं थोड़ी बताने आऊँगा कि आपको अपना स्कूल बैग कैसे पैक करना है, isn't it? You are expert in that. You know that very well, isn't it? They are taking it in the way they did irritated me. There is nothing does irritate me more than seeing other people sitting about doing nothing when I am working. Now this happens with everybody. Every human being has such kind of tendency, you can say. Like for example, I am doing something, just adjusting this table from here to there and putting it here again. And you people are just sitting and watching me. Right? What would I feel? How shameless you people are. Isn't it? Or how reluctant, how weird. Like none of you think about it. So the author, what kind of irritation he had? He had an irritation that if he is doing something and the other people are watching him, this should not be there. This irritated him. This was the only thing which irritated him in the world. I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. He would loll on the sofa and watch me doing things by the hour together. Now, once the author had lived with a man who used to do such kind of irritation to the author. What he used to do, he used to lie on the sofa and he used to smile while the author was working for hours continuously. He said it did him real good to look on at me messing about. Now another thing which irritated the author might be that when he is working and the other person is lying on the sofa and telling that it makes me enjoy, it makes me feel good when you are not able to do your work properly. Getting? I lived with a man once who used to make me mad that way. Sorry. I have read it again. Now I am not like that. I can't sit still and see another man slaving and working. I want to get up and superintend and walk around with my hands in my pockets and tell him what to do. It is my energetic nature. I can't help it. Now you see, now he is not like that. Earlier he used to get irritated by the people who used to see him working. Now he is not like that. Now what he does, he puts his hands in the pocket and walks around you when you are working, and he will be telling you that how to do things. Now it is his helping nature. He can't help it. He can't help it means to say he can't stop by not helping others. It is his energetic nature. It's his energy, However, I did not say anything but started the packing. It seemed a longer job than I had thought it was going to be. But I got the bag finished at last and I sat on it and strapped it. Now, the author says that the packing took too much time than he had expected. That he might have thought of packing might be finished within 30 minutes, 20 minutes or 10 minutes, but it took him too long than he had expected or thought. Finally, he had finished packing without saying a word to his friends, and he finished the packing. He strapped the bag, means he packed the bag completely, and he sat on the bag itself. Ain't you going to put the boots in? Said Harris. Now, is there anybody who can tell me this ain't?
Aren't you?
Are you not? Aren't you? There is nothing like that. Going to put the boots in? Said Harris. And I looked around and I found I had forgotten them. Now, while everything was packed, the bag was strapped and the author sat on it, then Harris said, that are you not going to put your boots in that? The author looked around and found that he had forgotten to put his boots in the bag. Now, this is something like, for example, you are doing something and your friend is watching you. According to you, you have completed the job and your friend saw you completely doing it. Okay? Suddenly when you think you have completed, your friend has said here that you have forgotten something to put it. That makes more irritation, because already it has taken more time to you. First, your friend did not help you at all. Second, third, when you think you have completed, then your friend is saying now you have to restart it. Isn't that? So here the same thing is like that. He looked around and found his boots were there. That's just like Harris. He couldn't have said a word until I had got the bag shut and strapped. Of course. And George laughed. One of those irritating, senseless laughs of his. They do make me so wild. Now the author got angry that while he was packing, while he was doing or strapping the bag, that time Harris did not say anything. And when he had completed everything, then only Harris said. And as soon as Harris said, George started laughing. Now this irritating laugh makes the author wild. What is the meaning of wild here? Does it be
Filled with anger.
yeah, he gets furious. Too much angry. I opened the bag and packed the boots in, and then just as I was going to close it, a horrible idea occurred to me. Had I packed my toothbrush? I don't know how it is, but I never do know whether I have packed my toothbrush. Now, he had to open the bag, he had to put the boots in that, and while he was going to pack, just before that, another idea came to his mind, a question clicked to his mind that whether he had put his toothbrush in the bag or not. He says he never remembers, he never realizes whether he has put his toothbrush in the bag or not. Sometimes it happens with us also that we need to check our bags or we need to check our stuff or pockets every time that whether we have put the keys in, whether we have put a particular subject notebook or book or not. So this keeps on happening. But with the author, it happens with only single thing, that is the toothbrush. You should remember this because there is a question related to it. What thing does he forget always? Or what thing he does not remember whether he has put or not? Okay. My toothbrush is a thing that haunts me when I am traveling and makes my life a misery. Now he says that when he is traveling, when he is on a journey, when he is on a trip, his toothbrush troubles him a lot. How? I dream that I haven't packed it and wake up in a cold perspiration and get out of bed and hunt for it. While sleeping only he dreams about his toothbrush, that he has not packed it. And he goes into the cold perspiration. Do you know what is cold perspiration? What is perspiration? Is there anybody who remembers?
Perspiration of precipitation.
Nobody knows? Cold perspiration. For example, if you have seen a horrible dream, horror dream in your nightmare kind of thing during sleeping, and suddenly you wake up, what would be your condition? Physically, how would you feel? What would be your physical status? What would be your physical status? Some would be sweating, right? Some might have a fast heartbeat. Some might feel little feared, trembling, right? It is there or not? Shivering must be there. So that is cold perspiration, ghabrahat. Understanding? So this, he gets up in that cold perspiration and then he goes to the bag and checks it out. And in the morning I pack it before I have used it and have to unpack again to get it, and it is always the last thing I turn out of the bag, and then I repack and forget it and have to rush upstairs for it at the last moment and carry it to the railway station wrapped up in a pocket handkerchief. Now what happens, like in the morning he packs the toothbrush before he has brushed his teeth. मतलब इतना ज़्यादा ध्यान रखना उस चीज़ का कि ब्रश करने से पहले ही उसको बैग में रख देना. Getting? And when it comes the turn for brushing the teeth, he has to unpack the bag, and then while leaving the house he forgets to put it back in the bag. Then what he does? He goes upstairs, brings it wrapped in a pocket handkerchief, and then he carries it in the pocket to the railway station. Of course, I had to turn every model thing out now, and of course, I could not find it. I rummaged the things up into much the same state that they must have been before the world was created, and when chaos reigned, of course, I found George and Harris 18 times over, but I couldn't find my own. I put the things back one by one and held everything up and shook it. Then I found it inside a boot. I repacked once more. Now, he had to unpack the bag completely. He had to put everything outside which were earlier kept. Before packing, you arrange everything near the bag. So he arranged everything near the bag before packing, and then now he has put it again outside. Everything is put outside now, and he is looking for his toothbrush.
Sir, meaning of
Mortal living. Now, what he did, he found Harris and George's toothbrush 18 times, but his own toothbrush was not found a single time. Then what he did, he was packing things again, and before packing them, before putting them in that, he was shaking it upside down. Do you know upside down? Yes. Ulta pulta karna. Right? And he was shaking it. Finally, he found his toothbrush in one of the boots. Those pair of boots was there, no? So he found his toothbrush in one of the boots. Now he was packing it again. You can say repack. When I had finished, George asked if the soap was in. One more irritating question. He has completed packing again. How many times he has packed the bag now? 3 times?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right after finishing third packing, his friend asked whether he had put soap in that or not. I said I didn't care a hang whether the soap was in or whether it wasn't. And I slammed the bag shut and strapped it and found that I had packed my spectacles in it and had to reopen it. Now what happened, that this question he did not worry, he did not care about it. He said, I don't care whether I have put the soap in it or not. It doesn't matter to me. He slammed the bag, packed it again, and found that his spectacles were in the bag now. Again he had to open it. Really? How many times? 4 times. It got shut up finally at 10:05 p.m. or 5 past 10 p.m. and then there remained the hampers to do. Finally that one bag was packed at 5 past 10 p.m. at night. Now there were some hampers. Do you know hampers? Those baskets, they look like a box only in which you carry stuffs. Big baskets, you can say. Harris said that we should be wanting to start in less than 12 hours. Time and thought that he and George had better to do the rest, and I agreed and sat down and they had a go. Now George and Harris suggested that they should be doing or packing the hampers. So the author agreed to them and he set aside, and now they started packing the hampers. They began in a light-hearted spirit, evidently intending to show me how to do it. Now when their turn came, they had an opportunity. You know, when you are playing or when your turn is to come to perform on something, you always think of doing better than others. Isn't it? Everybody has that mentality. Whether it is reading only, whether it is solving a sum on the board, whether it is performing any act or performing a dance or performing on the ground. Whenever it is your turn, so you think of doing better than others, right? And when you have seen that others have not performed well, so you are too much confident that you will do it better than others. So you have that confidence, you have that excitement of showing them that how to do it, or how do I do it. You see, you want to show them. So here the same thing was with Harris and George, right? Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
I made no comment, I only waited. With the exception of George, Harris is the worst packer in this world. Now, the author did not say anything, there was no comment from his side, and he was just watching and waiting. And what he found, that George Harris is the worst packer in this world according to the author. And I looked at the piles of plates and cups and kettles and bottles and jars and pies and stoves and cakes and tomatoes, etc., and felt that the thing would soon become exciting. Now, do you know piles? P-I-L-E-S here means ढेर, बंडल, जब बहुत सारा इकट्ठा हो जाता है. So here he saw the piles of plates and cups and kettles and bottles and jars and pies and stuffs and cakes and tomatoes and so on. There were so many things. The author had a feeling now the packing will become more exciting. How it excites? See. It did. They started with breaking a cup. That was the first thing they did. They did that just to show you what they could do and to get you interested. Now, the thing had to become excited, and it became exciting. How? It became exciting that they started packing. While packing, what did they do first? They broke a cup. And that made the author more interested in that, take more interest in that they were doing the packing in the manner. Then Harris packed the strawberry jam on top of tomato and squashed it. And they had to pick out the tomato with a teaspoon. Now, they really did not know how to pack things, because according to me, when there is a soft thing, we put it on the top rather than putting it at the bottom, right? When something is delicate, when something is to be cared properly, so we put it at the top rather than putting it on the bottom. Now what they did, Harris packed strawberry jam on top of tomato, right? And he squashed it. Do you know squash?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And they had to pick out the tomato with a teaspoon. And then it was George's turn, and he trod on the butter. Do you know trod?
Step.
Yes, step on. I didn't say anything, but I came over and sat on the edge of the table and watched them. The author again did not say a single word. He was just watching. He sat on the edge. Do you know edge?
Yes, sir. Corner.
Not the corner. Edge मतलब किनारा, कोई सा भी. Completely नहीं, बिल्कुल किनार पे आकर बैठ जाना. That is edge. It irritated them more than anything I could have said. I felt that it made them nervous and excited, and they stepped on things and put things behind them and then couldn't find them when they wanted them. And they packed the pies at the bottom and put heavy things on top and smashed the pies in it. Now they both were packing, they were feeling excited also and nervous also, like as if they were performing something. This was not the question of packing, this was the question of their reputation, that they were better packers than the author. Yes,
Sir, what is pie?
pies is a dish you might have eaten.
Yes.
What is pies? Have you eaten?
No, sir. Sir, but
None of you?
Sir, टीवी पे देखो.
They are sometimes they are baked like cakes. Sometimes they are baked as bread. They are pies. You know?
Pie का मतलब तो पता है.
You know the meaning of pies, I think.
Yes, sir.
So this was the thing they had, and they put it in the bottom and put heavy things on that, and then they smashed them. They upset salt over everything, and as for the butter, I never saw two men do more with 1 and 2 pence worth of butter in my whole life than they did. Now, one more funny thing happened, that they spread salt on everything, right? And according to the author, he has never seen two men doing so many things with a little amount of butter. 1 or 2 pence means, pence is a currency. If you are feeling sleepy, you can go and wash your mouth. YouTube. So here pence is the currency, and it is the least one, you can say, by which you can buy a little amount of butter. But what is the thing that makes the author excites, that he had never seen two people doing so many things with the little amount of butter. What they did, after George had got it off his sleeper, they tried to put it in the kettle. It wouldn't go in, and what was in wouldn't come out. They did scrap it out at last and put it down on a chair, and Harris sat on it. And it stuck to him, and they went looking for it all over the room. Now what happened with the butter? First, he put his slipper onto it, like he had walked onto it, no? So he put his slipper onto it, then they took it out from the slipper somehow. They were trying to put it in the kettle, but it was not going into it. When it was not going, so they completely strapped it out. Strapped it out means, अब वो क्योंकि वो एक पैकेट में आता है मेरे ख्याल से बटर, राइट, लाइक दिस. अब वो ऐसा पैकेट है, इस पे उसने स्लीपर रख दिया, राइट. He put a sleeper onto it, so it was somehow it came out, और जो रैपर था उसका वो पूरा स्टिक हो गया अच्छे से. So they were trying to put it back. वो उसी को उसमें रखने की कोशिश कर रहे थे, but it was not going in. Then they strapped it out. तो उन्होंने वो पूरा पैक निकालने की कोशिश की, but still they did not get success in that also. Then what happened? They put it on the chair. Now when they put it on the chair, one of them, Harris, sat onto that. When they put it on the chair, he sat on that, and it stick to his clothes. अब वो उसके कपड़ों से चिपक गया. Now after that they were looking for the butter. They were trying to search it in the room. Though it was not there, it was not in the room, it was on the back of Harris. I'll take my oath, I put it down on that chair, said George, staring at the empty seat. Now, George said that I take my oath, I had put it on that empty chair. He was looking at there. I saw you do it myself not a minute ago, said Harris. Harris agreed to it that I did see you myself, that you did it. You put it there only. Then they started round the room again looking for it, and then they met again in the center and stared at one another. Now they were looking for it completely round the corner of the room, and they met in the center of the room and were staring at each other. Most extraordinary thing I ever heard of, said George. So mysterious, said Harris. Now, according to them, like something you have put and you have forgotten where you have put. Does it happen with you?
Yes, sir.
Like you put things and then you forget that where have I put. You don't remember. Sometimes it happens, it slips from the mind that you have put it or not. You don't know. So the same thing has happened, though it was not like that. They did not know where the butter was. They knew that it was put on the chair, but now it is not there. So according to them, it is something mysterious, something extraordinary that has happened. Then George got round at the back of Harris and saw it. Now, George went round of Harris and saw it. Why, here it is all the time, he exclaimed indignantly. Then he exclaimed, look at this, it is here. Where? Cried Harris, spinning round. Now, Harris को जब बोला गया कि ये तो यही है. So what he was doing? He was searching for it, where it was. But he was not able to see it. Stand still, can't you? Roared George, flying after him. Now, when Harris was running round and round, so George very loudly said that just stand still. Can you for some time? And they got it off and packed it in the teapot. Now they completely got the butter finally and they packed it in a teapot. Montmorency was in it all, of course. Now this is a funny character. Yes, we will be discussing it later on. You have a doubt about